Let's talk about another nice addition to Warp Stabilizer VFX. When Warp Stabilizer gets its tiny little claws on a piece of footage, it really doesn't know much about your camera move. Is it a smooth push in, or walk through, or fly through? Or are you just kind of jerky going back and forth as you're looking at a scene? Take this walkthrough of a forest, which I'm going to RAM preview with Warp Stabilizer currently turned off. You'll notice that there is a bit of left-right rotation as this person is walking through these trees. Well, Warp Stabilizer, at pretty much its default settings, all I did was increase smoothness to 100%, stabilizes shot like this. It has removed a lot of that left-right rotation, but you notice a little lunge. Right? There is a lunge in the shot. This is Warp Stabilizer not being quite sure on how to correct or stabilize this footage, so it's using a combination of rotation, position, warpage, and scale. And that's what's resulting in this little lunge in the shot right through there. To better see what Warp Stabilizer is actually doing underneath the hood, change Borders, Framing to Stabilize Only. Now you get to see from the black borders around this footage, and I'll turn on the transparency grid so you can better see it, what exactly is happening with this shot. You'll see that Warp Stabilizer initially has scaled it down quite a bit, but during this portion of the walkthrough, it feels compelled to scale the footage up to better fill the screen. That accounts for that lunge we're seeing with this shot. And you'll see that when we do have Stabilize, Crop, and Auto Scale turned on, Warp Stabilizer needs to scale this shot up by 117.6% to always keep it filling the frame. Okay, enough for the problem. How do you solve it? Well, Warp Stabilizer VFX has a brand new little checkbox called Preserve Scale. When you have footage that is a fly-through, a walkthrough such as this shot, etc., and you're noticing some problems in the resulting stabilization, try enabling Preserve Scale. This tells Warp Stabilizer not to use scale as one of the tools in its arsenal to attempt to stabilize a shot. I'm going to queue up this RAM preview. It'll take a few seconds to calculate. And here's playback at normal speed. And you might notice that that lunge is no longer there. It used to be right there. But now it is a smoother move throughout this scene. Let's go back and look at Stabilize Only through this problematic area of the shot, and you'll notice now, by studying the borders, that there is no radical change in the scale of this shot. Warp Stabilizer is indeed changing the position and rotation of the shot. It has to rotate it quite a bit here at the end to account for the camera being rotated, but no more drastic moves or lunges towards you as you stabilize. I'll go back to Stabilize, Crop, and Auto Scale, and you'll notice that Warp Stabilizer doesn't even need to scale the shot up quite as much. It's not overcompensating for that near flyby of this tree going by the camera. So that's another nice little trick inside this upgraded version of Warp Stabilizer. If you've got a fly-through, walk-through, or similar traveling in one direction shot, and if you're noticing problems, try enabling Preserve Scale.